You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Mistresses After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Mistresses After Show.
Welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
It's Mistress Monday, my favorite day.
Mistress Monday.
This was a good
I
episode.
know.
We've been waiting for this.
This was probably the most anticipated episode.
That was a
Absolutely.
Of the entire
cliffhanger last
season.
time. That was a good cliffhanger.
Yes.
Awesome.
So Bing is for doing, and we're doing the episode 8 of the Mistresses entitled Ultimatum. I'm Jeffrey Masters. Please
I'm
introduce
Naz
yourself.
Perez.
I'm Jessica Carole.
I'm Tess Nielsen.
It's awesome. And
We're
as we
all
said,
here together.
I know, I'm so excited.
Finally,
the big
right?
cliffhanger, we got more info on Paul.
That was insane.
That was insane.
I could not believe, one, that he was not dead. and then
still
two,
Yeah, that was pretty unbelievable.
right, and then two, that he's been living with Miranda.
This entire time.
Scandalous.
How is that to learn that? How is it to learn that the woman that he's cheated, that he did not choose you? He had two wives with kids, and he chose one.
Well, and who fakes their death?
I don't know.
I think the worst part about it was. Sorry. I had
Yes,
it and then I just lost it.
He wanted to get closer to
No,
you.
I think, yeah, that was really funny.
Come closer.
I
can't
think
hear
the
you.
worst part about it is that his excuse was so like pitiful. You know, like he was trying to turn it around. You were the prom queen. We promised each other all these things in life when we were in high school, and I delivered none. It's like, are you kidding me?
Right. It was insecurity that he's turning around to make it look like it's her fault.
I would die if I were her inside.
Well, honestly, also, April, how would she feel knowing that her husband faked his death and kind of decided to like leave her just because he was no longer employed and couldn't support her anymore?
Yeah, that's a lame excuse.
That's a lie.
But did you guys, here's what I loved about this whole April storyline this time. Did you guys see like the ping, like the sparkle in her eye when she just like finally felt, she like just looked so empowered, like so much more than usual, because usually she's just, you're like, oh, honey, you feel so bad for her. She's so naive and gullible, but here she's like,
I didn't see the sparkle in her eye, but I heard the background music sparkling, and I was like, okay, something's happening.
No, I saw it at the end when she like turned, signed the door and she rips the check up and she's just kind of like, wow. It's almost like, you know how everyone says everything happens for a reason?
Yeah.
Like this was almost like the biggest lesson of her life. Like we've learned like through her daughter that she's kind of a goody two shoes, and she doesn't break the rules. And now it's just like, I completely agree with you. She's just like, yeah, like I totally have my life back. I told them, and like
When
my
she
life's
was
good.
ripping up that check, she's like, I just won this battle. Like, you can keep my husband who cheated on me now that I know he's alive. You're not getting any money. Bye, go back to your, what did she say, slum of a house.
what did
Swamp
she say?
in Florida.
Go back to the Florida swamp you crawled out of. Oh, I loved that.
That
I
was a
mean,
good one.
she basically just turned that whole situation around where in a way she has a cute boyfriend, she still has money, she still has her adorable daughter, and now she knows that her husband's not a good guy and she doesn't want him in her life.
I love how Miranda was like, what did I get? Like, she has this great life and everything financially. He's like, you got me. And we're all like,
Right.
And it's like,
I wanted the
didn't
money.
win that
And
one.
April's like, I didn't even get a choice. Like, where is that? Also, I love that she went to the motel to go find Miranda and Paul's there. And she'd been there so many times. Like, where had he been all
Wait,
this time?
I don't think that was the same motel, was
I thought
it?
It looked
I
thought
like
it was.
it.
It is. So just Miranda happened to not be there at that
I
time.
guess. But also, they've now been in LA from Florida for like how many months of this time? Like, where's he been?
Yeah,
I don't know.
hiding.
Not working.
I guess not.
Oh no, he said he was. She said he was working.
But
I don't want
she
you to work
hasn't
so
been
bad.
working.
She's
She
been
hasn't.
raising the son, whereas April has been doing it all.
Yeah.
was
Which
a-
I thought it was cute. Sorry, like how he kind of gave her that compliment. He's like, April was able to do it, and she was like, "Don't bring me into that."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, I feel for the first time, I feel good for April.
Good for you, April. You go, girl.
Yeah.
It almost is giving her the closure she needs, knowing that like, oh, you're a jerk.
Yeah.
Like,
And
man
your
up.
life sucks, and Miranda's life sucks.
And not only you leave me, but you leave our child. Like, how could you leave her alone and then also leave me to raise her alone? It's not a good move.
She realized that she doesn't want anything to do with him anymore. He faked his death, left his daughter, left his wife, doesn't have a good job anymore. Doesn't have a good job anymore. And
He's a deadbeat.
you-
That's what you're going. Deadbeat.
Yeah,
That's what you're headed towards, Maria.
Exactly.
Do you guys think that April is going to tell Lucy that her father's alive?
That's a good question.
Oh, I never thought about
Naz.
that.
That's what I was thinking about the whole time. I was like, oh my God, is she going to tell
I
Lucy?
feel like he doesn't care about that. Those like legal issues.
I mean, in my head, he's dead anyways.
No,
So
is
screw up.
April going to tell Lucy?
But I mean, in my head, like if I was the mom, I wouldn't want my daughter being associated with this man. So even like she thinks that her father already died, and she's kind of, moved on a little bit. She seems, and she's so young.
And she has a good image of her father.
Yeah,
Don't learn that.
exactly.
He's dead for her, it's fine.
Yeah, but if you grow up and then know that your father
And you
was dead
find out
and
later.
that your mom didn't tell you, then you would
Yeah.
resent your mom that tried to help you for your entire life.
That's
I
when you
feel like.
tell them like when they're older. This whole
But
issue
then
made me
after finding out exactly what he did, I would be so angry.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, thanks for helping me. Like, I don't want to be raised by a fatherly figure like that.
They need to get this Lucy girl in counseling like stat.
Oh, I know.
Like they need to start so by the
Just
time
don't go to
she's
Karen's.
18
Not
and
with
dating,
Karen.
yeah,
I'm
not with Karen.
don't go to Karen.
This whole issue made me nervous though because once the insurance company finds out that he's alive, they're gonna want that money back. That's a
Yeah.
lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
That was a $100,000 check that
Yeah.
April was writing.
And that was her like change, like maybe that 50%. That's a lot
Right.
of money.
whoa.
So I hope that just.
I was just going to say, like, to go back a little bit, that Lucy might actually find out from him because didn't he say he's like, I'm extending my stay?
I know.
Towards the end.
I feel like he's gonna be waiting outside her school.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to go after Lucy.
Could you imagine? She would be like scarred for life.
I don't.
And seeing her dead father outside.
I don't know what he could be like possibly conniving though. That's so weird.
Oh, he just gives me the heebie-jeebies.
But speaking of dead people,
EBGB.
the adventures of Serial Buddies.
Serial Buddies.
Yeah, wow, that was a
Oh
great
my
segue,
God,
Jeff
stop it.
Masters.
Thank you so much. So our co-creators, Maria Menounos and Kevin Arnagaro, produced this film called Adventures of Serial Buddies. It's a funny,
So funny.
comedy,
Amazing.
Dumb and Dumber, killing people, getting blonde tips. It's a blast. It's so much fun.
Getting
in
blood.
there.
Yeah.
Sorority
And
girls,
when you
Kathy
buy this
Lee.
on iTunes or serialbuddies.com, you help support this
You help
lovely
support
studio.
us.
These beautiful mics, these beautiful tans and haircuts and
What tan?
glasses. I don't know. But listen up. This is entertainment. It's faux free and it's commercial
And you get something
free.
back in return.
Yes, a night of entertainment,
A
laughter.
great movie.
Yeah, don't
Oh
even
my
even
God.
do it for us, guys. It's really for do it for yourself.
And honestly,
Yes.
Netflix is so yesterday. Like, tell me you haven't watched everything on there yet.
I know. Notes tomorrow, Serial Buddies, and my YouTube channel. Okay, just kidding. No, I'm not. Go check it out now. So, as the episode title told us, there was a ultimatum with Savannah and Harry. Ultimatum at Ulta. And, just kidding. I thought that was a little anticlimactic, right?
Didn't we know that?
That he like didn't want anything to do with it.
Is that kind of a duh? I mean,
yeah.
and it wouldn't be if she happened to cheat on him with another white guy, but it's just kind of like there's no fooling anybody.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
not if it's not Harry's kid, it's not Harry's kid.
Right,
Yeah.
there's no way you can just
No
like,
passing
fake
the
a
kid off.
family. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, the son's mine, I promise. I get tan in the
Wink.
summer. Like, that's not gonna happen.
But I did feel bad for Harry because Savi had an affair, is now pregnant with, we don't know whose baby yet.
Right.
And she's now asking Harry to another favor after she's just kind of screwed all these things up. And Harry came to her with a lot of confidence saying that if it's my child, I would love to raise it. I want to have a family with you. But if it's not my child, it's me or the baby. And then after all of that he's finally past the fact that she had an affair.
Right.
Savi still goes to him and says, well, we're going to raise the child regardless.
Yeah, she's definitely asking him for a lot. And I actually commend Harry in this episode because that does take a lot of courage to do. And we even saw that like Karen runs into him at Santa Monica Beach, you know, and it's really bothering him. And he even feels bad that he lied telling Savi, you know, that everything's okay now, I feel better, because it's not.
No.
And I don't know, I think that is a lot to ask for someone. And I don't even know if Savi would be able to do it if it was the other way around. I mean, I know guys can't get pregnant, but like, you know, if it was the other way around, I feel like Savi would be the first to be like, I can't do this. And she's just asking for too much.
Yeah, I'm a little bit shocked how long they've carried on the storyline of who's the daddy.
Yeah.
You know?
Honestly, if I got that envelope, it would be ripped open the second I saw.
I don't know. I feel like I would kind of pull a Savi. I'd be like, I'm at work right now. Like, this is going to determine the rest of my life. I almost want to wish like I haven't received it yet.
Maybe you should open it over a drink. Real stiff
Maybe
drink.
she's waiting.
Oh, no, she can't drink.
with
She's
Harry
pregnant. I'm
or
sorry.
something.
Yeah, Tess, come on. We don't.
Figure it out. I don't
Bad
know.
influence over here.
Right?
I think if there's like a child growing inside you, it pretty much has a heartbeat at this point. It's 6 weeks. Like, you better see what the baby daddy is doing. That's her whole future.
I know.
I feel like Savi's biggest problem is her impatience, right? Like,
Yeah,
she
she
couldn't wait for the
jumps into
paternity.
chase.
Yeah, she couldn't just, again, wait for the paternity test before you know.
Sent those contracts over to Dominic.
Yes.
Which, can we talk about that for a second?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
As a lawyer, what are you thinking?
I mean, I guess as a lawyer, you're thinking, let me make a contract.
Well, no, but it's
Whose
premature.
daddy is it?
Yeah, what is he
But
signing over?
I think everyone in this case, I mean, I think we all at this table think it's Dominic's, you know? I think everyone hopes
you
that
guys
it's
know what
Harry's.
I'm Team Dom.
You were so funny.
I still hope Dom knocked her up.
I think it's Harry's.
I want it to be Harry's.
I want it to be Harry's, but the storyline is leading me to believe that it's
I know.
Dominic.
And I feel like reading the signs that the rest of the season has given us so far, like it's gonna be Dominic's.
But if it's Harry's, then maybe they'll surprise everyone. But then it's like, where would that storyline go?
I don't know. But if it's Dominic's, would she date Dominic?
No.
They clearly have a
No.
weird
Single.
attraction.
Should be single mom in it.
But then would he want like parental rights? That's so weird.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. Is he didn't want to sign it, so it's like, does he want to see this kid? And then it kind of solidifies why Harry doesn't want to be raising this kid with the dad around. It's like, who would he be in Savi's life?
I think Dominic wants
The
to
chef?
date Savannah and have a child and family with her.
For sure.
I think so too. I think Dom wants more than just to find out that it's his
Yeah.
baby. He
That's a
wants
power
family.
couple.
No, you love them.
I also really hope it's Harry's because I want Harry to stay around.
Yeah, I know. Who are we gonna look at if Harry's not in the episodes
Oh, his
anymore?
eyes.
It's like Joss isn't hooking up with any guys anymore. Like, who am I gonna look at? Oh, Jacob's
crazy
pretty
stuff.
good, but then it's like Karen's always in the scene, so it kind of
Yeah,
ruins it for me.
Karen. When she was talking to Harry at Santa Monica, like the beach onlook, rubbing, I was like, why are you inserting yourself in your like best friend's marriage?
I was just thinking, where was I that day? I should have been in Santa Monica. I should have been right there so I could meet Harry face to face.
I was kind of thinking the same thing.
Next time you can do it.
Next time, I have no problem running into you, Harry. Just let me know.
Yeah.
Give Jessica a heads up, please.
Naz and I.
I just think if it's your best friend's husband, you know there's drama going on. You don't talk to him about it.
But it wouldn't be Karen if she didn't do that.
Yeah,
whatever.
she's-
I just feel like the
She has
touching
a
went
side.
over the
You
line is all.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, did that not bother you, Jeff?
Weird.
Everyone does it in the show. In the show.
No, not everyone touches Harry and goes, "Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be surprised."
Karen's
much you
known
can
for getting with
accomplish.
inappropriate like men who are just the worst possible choice.
And
so
Karen gets so into other people's drama and lives.
Which you'd think she'd like have enough of that at her work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she has enough to take care of.
Weird.
And it's weird because she doesn't seem like that type of person, if you just met her on the street, that would have all this drama surrounding her, but she probably is the most. I mean, aside from April, I guess April is pretty baggage.
For a psychiatrist, such like a seemingly like well thought out career and like helping people with problems, she cannot diffuse any of her own problems.
Yeah. And it's not like she goes out. She doesn't really have much of a social life except for, you know, the 4 girls.
Yeah.
And she just goes to work, but she's surrounded by little webs everywhere. She has so many secrets. It's like hard to keep track.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Or a web of lies.
Web of lies.
Can we talk about when Sam shows up at her house?
Oh,
were you guys not really creeped out because we had this whole like stalker? I'm kind of happy to find out that he, from what I learned in this episode or took away, that he isn't that big of a stalker. He really just loves her. Because in the beginning I was scared, you know, when she goes back and he's like, why are you scared of me? I was like, oh my God, this is it. Sam's gonna kill her. This is gonna be like Desperate Housewives.
What's the difference for you? Between like,
That's what I was
oh,
gonna
he
say.
loves her, so it's not stalking.
Yeah, no, stalking
I guess
is like
it is-
misguided love from a creepo.
No,
That's what
I
was
guess you guys are right. But what I'm saying is he more just like, you know, he canceled his appointment with Jacob. Like he's like, it's just that I love you. Like
Yeah,
that's
she
it.
does
Sorry.
care.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you're right. You're right. that is the same as
Jeff's
stalking.
not having it.
I'm right.
Stalker is a
Retweet.
stalker.
Retweet.
A stalker is a stalker, but he's stalking because he loves her, not just because he wants to like find out.
If you're gonna stalk for the right reasons.
basically.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he is nuts.
Sure.
He is nuts and he is creepy.
All right.
His eyes, he's like,
You heard it here first. Stalking for the right reasons. Just get your trial in Florida. I'll be fine.
Literally.
Too soon.
No, it's not. It's
Did
not.
any of you see it coming? How did Mrs. Gray know that it was Karen cheating on her husband?
How did she not know?
that is true.
Okay, but for the purposes of like audience, like knowing, like how would she know?
We don't know yet.
Well, who?
Well, someone broke into her office.
It was Sam.
It was Sam.
Yeah.
I just think that. Do you think she knew the whole time?
I feel like she did know.
I feel like she didn't know the whole time, but it was kind of like, my husband's dead. Why am I going to hash it out with this lady?
I feel like she did know. And her husband dies and she just goes on a trip to Italy. Is that what they said?
Yeah, Italy, to escape like the investigators.
Her husband was telling her so many secrets at the end, like he was confiding in her so much that how could he not, you know, tell her about?
Oh no! If I was about to die, I would not
no.
leave
No.
my other with that information.
I love you. By the way, I've been cheating on you for 3 years. Bye. See you in heaven. Peace out.
Yeah.
Bye. See you later. Bye.
Please text me. Oh wait, you can't.
Those
Okay,
are his
bye.
last words, I think, right? I don't
Buzz
know.
you later.
From the start of that scene, though, where Miss Gray, what's her name? Meredith Grey.
Yes.
When Meredith Grey, kidding.
That's a great
Grey's
name.
Grey's Anatomy. Mrs. Grey like let her into the house, and she had that like look of like, yes, come tell me what you think to know. Tell me your lies. I was like, she knows something. Something's gonna happen.
And the fact that I feel like she knew from the very beginning.
I love that Sam like turns the corner and just has like these tears in his eyes. Like, how do you guys think Karen's gonna get out of this one? Like, that's what I'm thinking. Because honestly, she turns around with that face like.
Well, she gets a subpoena in the next episode, right? We saw in the preview.
But I just want to see the opening. I cannot wait to see the opening of next
With
week's
Sam
episode because
and-
what the are you gonna say?
Right. That's why I love the show, because most of them are like big cliffhangers, and then the next episode is like a week later, and you're like, okay, let me tell you what happened. But this one's like, by the way, cliffhanger, and then they enter with that scene. I love it.
how they entered with Paul, and I'm
Yes.
hoping that they'll
Great.
enter with Karen because oh my God, how is she gonna
Karen
weasel
and
her
Sam,
way out of this
oh my
one?
gosh. That's gonna be
Her
good.
life is over, and she's getting subpoenaed.
She's gonna lose her
done.
job.
Karen's done.
Dunzo.
She needs to get sued by Savannah.
She does.
I don't know. She needs to lose her license. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Someone who doesn't need to lose their
license.
real estate
is
license is
Jocelyn.
yeah.
Got it. Or as we like to call her, the lesbian.
Wait, we need to go straight to Jess for this one because you are Joss's like biggest fan. I mean, you like Joss too, but you're
she is my biggest
Were you
fan.
super like? What were you feeling?
Well, I kind of feel like she's betraying me. I'm her girl crush. But that's okay. I just think when she sat down with April and decided that she basically can not be friends with her, that she's willing to get into the relationship, I kind of just freaked out. But I have to say that she is not a quitter. Like her boss said, she is a little overly confident, but she's not a quitter. And whatever she puts her mind to, she will do it. And it doesn't matter what it takes. And in her case, she's now lesbian. She's going to go down that path.
She's fully committed.
Do you think
She's
so?
fully committed.
Not to being a lesbian, but just to getting what she wants.
I think so. I see it in your eyes that it's like, you know, Joss is this crazy wild animal that can't be tamed. But at the same time, I feel like you have to remember that like Joss even goes to Savi in this episode. Savi doesn't. It's like I almost feel bad for Joss. It's like no one. She's so invested in everyone else's life, trying to help. You know, Harry and Savi living with April, like it's gonna be okay. Nothing with Karen. No one cares.
Yeah.
But anyways, like, you know what I mean? And then she goes to Savi and she's asking for advice, and Savi's just kind of like, oh, I can't talk about this. Don't have sex with her. And it's like, this is actually the one thing in her life that like she cares about and someone else cares about her. And you know what I mean?
Right.
But is it worth like becoming like dating her over?
Well, that's how I think is she's like, you know what? I need to give this a chance. Because
Because I've never felt this way
I've never
before.
felt this way. She's never really even had a best friend. She's never
Right.
had a girlfriend besides her sister and her sister's friends. So she's going to give this a chance. And she did say that she saw the neighbor cooking spaghetti and wasn't really into his meatballs. So maybe that's like a little hint that, hey,
I
she
like
might
that.
trying to go down that path, you know?
She's over the meatballs.
Weird.
She's over the meatballs.
I just think
She wants the fish.
Okay.
Okay. I just think she really liked the attention and she wanted more of it. And then this became something that she could not get, so it made her want it more. And so if like becoming a lesbian for it, I mean, not the label, if becoming in a relationship with this girl will do it, she did it. And I'm like, I don't know if that's like long-term gonna be wise.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know if it's going to be wise long term either, but I commend her for giving it a chance. I feel like.
Really?
Yeah, because what else is Joss going to be doing? Screwing some guy that likes to watch SpongeBob SquarePants
That's
in bed?
so unfair though to Alex, the lesbian.
Oh, well, that is really unfair. But the world's a selfish, unfair place.
But at least they're giving it a try, and I kind of do feel she will cave in and go back to meatballs. But at least she's giving it a try, and I think that does show how invested she is in April.
That's true.
Wait, I just kind of had like this weird, not light bulb go off in my head, but okay, so the show's called Mistresses, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, well, I guess Joss is kind of the mistress. Well, because everyone has a mistress in their life, but like we're in Josh's situation.
In the pilot, she was like sleeping with a married
Well,
guy.
she was kind of the mistress to Alex in her old relationship, you know?
Yeah.
But now I'm thinking like, ooh, is something going to happen with this relationship? Like, who's the mistress going to be in this huge relationship? Is there going to be a random person, or what? Is Alex or Joss going to be a mistress?
I just don't. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know, but I hope that she just doesn't lead Alex on.
Yeah,
because
I feel like that is what's going to happen.
oh, by the
kinda.
way, I don't like girls. And
She's
it's like,
super
She's already
Alex.
been hurt once before.
yeah.
And speaking of that, when they ran into Sally, is that her name?
Sally.
Sally. Okay, her new girlfriend is polar opposite from April.
Yeah.
I mean, long blonde
Jocelyn.
hair.
Wait,
no.
Alex.
No, from Alex.
Yeah, Sally's new girlfriend is polar opposite to Alex.
Right.
I mean, she has blonde hair, super skinny,
Looks
like
dumb.
very, sassy, dumb.
Like stereotypical, like California girl.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
Avocado.
April, Cali girl. Okay.
Not, yeah, weird. You know, I
She has
can't.
better fashion than Alex, though.
Oh, yeah.
That dress.
That cotton candy
dress.
stuff.
Oh, the
What
dress.
was that?
That's an all season for her, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't help but picture every time I look at Alex is I think about A Knight's Tale. Did you guys see that with her in it?
Oh yeah.
No, she was in A Knight's Tale.
Yeah, she was the main female lead. That was it. Heath Ledger like was trying to
Wait,
date
no.
and go after.
That wasn't her.
Yeah, it was.
Was it?
Yeah, she was like I don't know if she was a princess, but she was like a lord or like a very high up like duchess. And I thought she was like so perfect and she's fit the period so well. But now I see her in Mistresses and I'm like, oh, I kind of just see that same like period fitting face, but in modern times. And
Oh, that's
I don't know,
interesting.
that's all I can think of.
I just want to say that I actually think that Joss and Alex kind of mentioned this real quick, but I actually think that Joss and Alex might be really good together, and I think Joss might be like the perfect lesbian because she's so like assertive and take charge, and like she's so masculine in a certain way, like all of the things us girls really dig about guys, you know? And so now I feel like since she's not with a guy, she can finally be that
that's
for a
interesting.
girl.
I like
and
that.
that's exactly what Alex was saying that she like was so attracted to her for.
Yeah.
But so finally she can be in full control. Maybe she won't feel the need to like bounce around so often like
That's
she does with guys.
interesting. I also like the point that she was so. Remember, she really wanted to get the attention from her boss.
Yeah.
And so she finally gets it in this episode, and he sits down with her, and it's because she's asking him for advice about Alex, and it's almost like she did not even, you know, like there was no like, oh my goodness,
She
my
just
boss
had to
is
be
next to me.
herself.
Exactly. And so, you know, maybe she isn't into guys at all anymore.
That's interesting. I'm interested to see where it goes with her boss because nothing has kind of like progressed with his relationship
Yeah,
with
what's
anybody
his
yet.
purpose?
Kind
in
of just
the
went
show?
to like bananas. And then
Yeah.
That was his best scene so far.
Right? And he had that weird flirting moment with Alex in the elevator.
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I just feel like we're getting like lots of little breadcrumbs, but nothing's going anywhere.
You are not a quitter. That's funny.
I don't know. I'm just like confused by that.
Yeah.
What do you guys say we jump to a little news and gossip?
Yeah,
We
let's
excited
do
for that?
it.
Bam.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Okay, so I was reading over the weekend an interview with Rochelle Eitz. How do we pronounce her last name?
I think that's the right pronunciation.
I'll take it. She is in the new movie about TLC, the girl group.
No way. They're making
Left
a
Eye,
movie.
Left Eye Lopez, the one that died.
Who is she playing?
Was, Pebbles, is that one? What's her name? Al.
The other two are alive.
T-Boz?
Yeah, she's one of the ones that are alive.
Left Eye?
No.
There is
Left
no
Eye died.
The
Pebbles.
third. Riddles, Pebbles, I forget
There's no
the name.
Pebbles, honey.
Whatever.
Sorry. T-Boz, Left Eye, and Chile.
T-balls.
She's probably Chili.
T-Boz.
She's
T-Boz
probably
was the
Chili.
blonde.
Chili was the prettiest one. She dated Usher.
Oh, yeah.
Well, she is beautiful. Let's say it's that one.
She is beautiful.
But she is playing one of them. Oh, I forget which name. Chili,
So there.
sure. And
That's
it's
cool.
coming out soon. And we're going to see like a really interesting, different side of her. I'm
I'm
excited.
into it.
Who else? Is anybody else famous in there?
No one I remember.
So going to see that.
we just care about the
music.
mistresses.
I think it's
Right.
out on TV, but yeah, we can't wait to tune in.
Awesome.
So I was flipping through a magazine. I believe it was an InStyle or something like that, and I saw Karen doing like 4 or 5 modeling pages. She took up the entire
Wait,
picture.
I saw this too.
No, okay.
The one with Olivia Wilde on the front in style.
Yes,
Jason Sudeikis
yes.
is in it. Oh my goodness.
So I mean, yeah, Karen's pretty, but she is a gorgeous model.
Yeah.
She just has that unique look to her, and she caught my attention.
She has the body,
Really?
yeah.
She has the body. She has like I don't really know how to do the serious model pose, but she has it down.
Was it her doing like stuff for her like acting career or like just modeling?
It was just modeling. I
Just
don't
like
Wow.
a photo shoot for
yeah,
InStyle.
photo shoot.
Good for you, Karen.
Wow.
I was proud of you, girl.
Just to throw in a question from our favorite caller, Erin, did she look puzzled?
Probably.
She looked serious. I wouldn't say
Perfect.
puzzled, but very serious. No smile.
Oh my God, cool.
kind
We
of
gotta
her
check
look.
that out.
Interesting.
I know.
Yeah, I'll bring it in for you. I have it.
Awesome. Anything else, guys? On to predictions?
On to predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right, Tess, what do you got for us?
Oh, I'm always up first. Well, for, Savi and Harry, I think it's going to, so please, God, open the paternity results for the next
oh
episode.
my God.
Open
Please, I swear, if you string me along for another episode,
She's done.
I
She's
can't
not watching
stand it.
anymore.
I can't stand it. And so I think it's going to be Dom's baby. And then I
You
think
want it to
that
be Dom's
I do want that. And because we saw in the preview for next week that Harry's moving out. And so I don't think that, I don't think that's coming for no reason.
Well, maybe remember how she locked it in the drawer? maybe she's just gonna keep pretending like
Postpones
she didn't
it.
get it, and he's like, I'm done, I'm moving out. Call me when it's mine.
Call me, maybe.
Call me when
word.
it's mine.
What about you, Jessica?
I disagree. I think that the baby is going to be Harry's. But the fact that Harry did move out, I think you are right. She's going to kind of postpone opening the envelope a little bit more. Kill me and all the other viewers. I'm sure you are just as anxious. And I think that April and Joss, sad to say, but I think that they are going to work it out.
Alex
As
and
a
Joss.
couple.
As a
Wow.
couple.
Ooh, I like it.
Tricky.
My turn.
Go for it.
So in the previews, we saw how someone gets murdered, kind of. And so I think that Paul is a psycho because he faked his death. So I think he murders Miranda and wants to get back with April. And he's just a psycho.
No.
I like that.
And April thought she got rid of him, but now she has a psycho on her hands.
I
Ooh, I hope you're
forgot
right.
the preview said murder.
You remember there was like a
Oh,
gun?
yeah. Well, we already know he's psycho, but he's going to be even
That
more psycho.
I think the murder is tied to April, or I think the murder is tied to Karen, and Sam kills himself because he's very like fragile right now, and he just can't deal with it. Or the mom kills herself because she doesn't remember she left to Italy without Sam. I think something big is gonna happen next
We know
episode.
Paul seems very like insecure and like unstable, but he doesn't seem violent to me. I couldn't almost would see Miranda killing somebody first.
Miranda,
The
maybe.
baby mama. I don't know. I just feel like something with Paul is gonna go down, and I don't know. He's got something planned.
yeah.
So what is that? Your prediction?
Something planned is my
Something
prediction.
planned. Okay.
I think something will
blue,
happen.
something borrowed, and something planned.
I
According
think the
to Jeff.
murder has to do with Sam, that story.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, that fits better.
Well, we'll have to find out.
I know. Until then, we'll
Next week.
continue the conversation on Twitter and Instagram. I tweet from Jeff Masters1.
I tweet from @Naz Perez.
I tweet from Jess XOXO Carole, RRL.
And I tweet from Tess Nielsen.
And we'll see you next week.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff. We would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.